Yenara sasini, eabodi ni mayen, mojanana nanum shebunyani so mayen. Nizumini mususu, seyebe sosu, injaja sukutu kani nyakasemi kuminya, edi emre muhamayen sasu ota atumse, omanu sebeyeyo. Seriyo, eya seta ose, oma for granetwe, oma no seriyo, eya seta ose, oma for granetwe.
Hello everyone, this is your African child, and today I want to discuss with you my take on the news conference that the MPP made right after Mahama announced Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman as his running mate. So watching the news conference online as a man from Ghana, I became very uncomfortable. It made me feel some kind of way because I felt like still there are certain things, certain advancements that we need to make sure it happens in Ghana in this day and age, in this 21st century, because all human beings are equal. No matter the stature, no matter the gender, no matter the color of the skin, no matter where they are from, each and everybody is equal. And I think the patriarchy system in Ghana still influenced the mindset and the thinking of some males in Ghana. When this woman was announced to be the running mate for the former president, I was ecstatic. I was amazed, and I was jubilant because the woman has broken the ceiling, has broken into a new level and a new ground altogether. And so I was ecstatic for the woman. And not only for the woman, for all women in Ghana in general, and as a matter of fact, in the whole wide world. Because every woman can look up to that woman and say that I can do this. I can become vice president. I can become the president. And so when I heard the news conference that the MPP made, led by their communication director, it made me feel some kind of way. It made me feel like, whoa, there is still more that needs to be done, especially when it comes to our thinking and our psyche as men and people of Ghana. It's about time we realize that men and women are no different. Everything that is good for a man is good for a woman. And everything that is good for a woman is good for a man. Whatsoever that a man can do, a woman can do even better. And in this circumstance, this woman not only qualifies, but she is more than qualified to be the running mate of the former president. She is qualified to even be the president of Ghana. And I'll show you the reason why I am saying that. Because the experience, qualification, and the educational level of this woman makes her so qualified. She can do anything that any man is doing in Ghana. And just so we all know, this is not a program for any political party. No, I am stating fact. When the news conference started, all I was thinking was, they're gonna congratulate this woman. They're gonna jubilate this woman. They're gonna let this woman know that we are proud of you. You are a daughter of the nation. You have done a lot for the nation, and you deserve what you got. But to my dismay, that was not what happened. They did the direct opposite. They came up with flimsy excuses that holds no water whatsoever. They were so thrown out of work that they were just throwing stuff at the wall and see which one will stick.
One of the strongest things going for the selection of the good professor would have been that she is a woman. And this would be met with a lot of enthusiasm. Unfortunately, Professor Opoku-Agyeman hardly meets the expectations of someone who has a track record of fighting for women or their welfare. Luckily for all of us, Nana Opoku-Agyeman is not new to Ghana politics, and it's her performance during her period as a political appointee that we are going to continue referring to from now on in. We need not remind anybody that it was during her tenure that training teachers' allowances were scrapped. It was done without paying any heed to the many appeals to reconsider the decision. Indeed, it was one of the things she was proud to have done, scraping teacher allowances, that is training allowances. Teachers were the hardest hit when Nana Opoku-Agyeman was at the helm of affairs at the Education Ministry. Apart from their transportation allowances not being paid, Nana Opoku-Agyeman also introduced the practice of teachers working for 2 years without being paid and then being restricted to only 3 months back pay, no matter how long or how hard they had worked. This inhuman treatment meted out to Ghanaian teachers at the time was the brainchild of Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, the then Minister for Education, solidly on her front desk. The cold-hearted manner in which teachers were treated cannot easily be forgotten, either by the teachers themselves or the nation. Perhaps the worst thing that can be associated with her name was the Muntie 3 saga. When the Muntie trio threatened death upon some Supreme Court justices, including the then Chief Justice, Theodora Georgina Wood, the then Education Minister, now newly appointed running mate, and I told her she's going to receive the fire. Now, newly appointed running mate to candidate Mahama was one of those who joined the campaign for the release of the Muntie 3. Indeed, her ardent anti-feminist position was too obvious to ignore when she appended her signature to the petition to have the trio who had then been incarcerated at Nsawam be freed against sound advice from well-meaning Ghanaians. How can a woman who hates her fellow women to this extent that she actually advocated the release of the jail trio so that they could continue to rape and kill her fellow women? How can she be given such a responsibility now to take care of everybody in the country, including her fellow women? We wonder what message candidate Mahama is sending Ghanaians by picking Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman as vice presidential candidate, when her stewardship in the past brought such heartache to teachers and trauma to her colleague women.
I think they forgot where this woman is coming from. I think they forgot the experience, the knowledge, the integrity, the intellectuality of the woman. Matter of fact, I do believe that whatsoever that the news conference brought up has made this woman stronger than before. The first allegation was she treated teachers cold-heartedly as a minister of education by cutting allowances of teachers. In what way did she treat teachers cold-heartedly? I don't see anything like that. So if the allowance was cut, we all know that if the Ministry of Finance allocate to you resources that is woefully inadequate, it's up to the ministry to make sure that the important, the pertinent activities are taken care of. So when the ministry allocates you your resource, when ministry cuts back resources for respective ministry, it will definitely affect that particular ministry. This is no brainer. This is not anything the fault of this woman. So you coming up levying this flimsy excuse, this flimsy accusation upon the head of the Professor Opoku-Agyeman, it's not worth it. Does not hold water. You're doing more harm to yourself than good. And he also said that Miss Matilda Emisa-Atta said, we won't give you chalk today or tomorrow. But we all know that that statement was not made by Professor Opoku-Agyeman. It was made by Matilda Emisa. So why are you putting that statement upon the name of Professor Opoku-Agyeman? It's unheard of. I watched the news conference and I saw this man and I felt the body language even tells me, dude, what you're saying, you yourself know. Your body language is telling me you're not confident in what you're saying. You are struggling to put it to perspective. You cannot knock this one off this pedestal with these flimsy excuses. This woman is built for this. She is made for this. It's about time Ghanaian men understand that it's not about men. It's about everybody, both men and women. The accolades of this woman far exceed that of the director of communication of the NPP, Mr. Boaben. You should salute this woman when it comes to accolades, when it comes to honorates. This is appalling. I felt very, very uncomfortable watching that. He also levied an allegation that the woman signed a petition for the release of the Muntie 3, even though they have threatened the rape of a judge. My point of view is, did you even know the kind of evidence that this woman had that brought her to that conclusion? No, you didn't. But at the end of the day, you came out levying a flimsy accusation against this woman. A woman that has broken the glass ceiling. History. Matter of fact, the career of this woman is all about history. Everything about this woman is history. Mr. Boaben, I believe you owe this woman apology. And the whole MPP. If you guys were going to play politics, not on that day. You shouldn't have done this on that day. You should have congratulated that woman and left it as that. This woman has blazed the trail for other women. And I do believe MPP got it wrong. I do believe they played politics at the point in time when they have to play intelligence. MPP should have appealed to the intelligence of Ghanaians. Had they appealed to intelligence of Ghanaians, they would have known not to play politics. They would have known to praise this woman and leave her alone, if for that day. So sometimes men haste in dealing with things. Women would take their time, analyze everything, and put everything at the right perspective. This woman has done that throughout her whole career. And it's important that the MPP understands this, because this woman is in for the long haul. You got to realize that this woman is not shaken by that shenanigan. For the choice that Mahama has made, I give him the props, because I believe he made the right choice. The fact that it was a woman, and the fact that this woman is so much qualified to do this, I give him the props. That's a very big step in the right direction. I want to show you this chart that I found on Daily Graphic website. Career for Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Began academic career at UCC in 1986. Positions held: Vice Chancellor 2008 to 2012. Dean of School of Graduate Studies and Research. Vaco Trust Fund Postgraduate Hostel. Head of the Department of English. Dean of the Faculty of Arts. Warden of Adeshe Hall. Education: PhD in Canada 1986, Masters in US in 1980, first degree at University of Cape Coast in 1977, majored in English and French. Wesley Girls High School, Cape Coast 1964 to 1971, Anglican Girls Secondary School in Koforidua, and Ebri Presby Girls School. Other works: 2019, elected Ghana's representative to the Executive Board of United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. 2017, joined 4 others to deliver presentation at the 200th anniversary of the abolition of slavery at the UN headquarters, New York. Made history as the first local broadcast media, radio television host to interview Jerry John Rawlings when sitting as president live on air. Boards that this woman has served on: Chair of the Board of Graphic Communication Group Limited, College of Physicians and Surgeons as eminent citizen, Editorial Board of the Harriet Tubman series of the African Diaspora, Africa World Press Inc., USA, the Africa Initiative in Canada, Center for Democratic Governance, CDD, Ghana. And honest, look at the honors that this woman has received. Recipient of the Officer of the Order of the Volta Award for Academic Distinction, honorary degrees from University of West Indies and Western Salem University, an award for global leadership from the University of South Florida in Tampa, USA, Ghana Women of Excellence Award in Education category, awarded for outstanding performance in advancing international education, School for International Training, Vermont, USA, And then in 2013, she became the Minister of Education up until 2017. And then 2 days ago, she was handpicked by the flag bearer of NDC to be the running mate. This woman is very intelligent. This woman is very kind. This woman is very confident. She is confident. She is independent. She is a trailblazer, a great communicator. She is a groundbreaker. She strives for greatness. As you can see, his career, his education, and his honours. Throughout her whole adult life, this woman has been serving the public. She is a public servant. She has the experience, the intelligence, and the intellectual to be where she is right now. Apart from the opportunity to become vice president, this woman can be my president. She can be the president of Ghana. She is more than qualified. So Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, I congratulate you personally. And I thank you for all the work you have done. And I know by your skill, by your education, by your intelligence, and by your experience, you will help Ghana to be better off. You have already been doing that, but now you will have a greater opportunity to do that should you become the vice president. This is not a political show. It is my take for the betterment of Ghana.
Omar for